Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Humber South, where it's the Hamilton Wildcats who have jumped out to a 4-1-25 to 2-8-20 lead. Very physical game, very in-tight game. You can see the Roo crew there just going through their paces. Greg Everett. You can see Emil Dragon Stardom just having a chomp on the Dwyer there and just getting it done over in the Roo side of things. But what a great quarter of footy, half of footy, I should say. Let's go back and take a bit of a look. It all started with Jodie Fluitt, who kicked the first goal of the game, got a nice mark up close, and Hamilton came out of the block strong. They kicked the first couple, and it was a tale of inaccuracy for the Roos early.
You need to make the most of your both the inside 50 entries and your shots. We've had a bit of bad luck, the Roos, while the Wildcats have had a bit of bad luck. She's been fantastic. Van Severant, she's been all day. She's been both defensive and forward. A great goal there by the Kerwin. She's been very attacking up forward. Probably just needs to compose herself when she takes a mark. She can take a break. Great hit there by Jacqueline Halliday. She has been fantastic with her physical presence. But Jodie Fluitt, not only has she been very dangerous up forward, she's made the most of every opportunity. She's kicked 2 or 3 goals straight, hasn't wasted her opportunities. And here's Kerwin again. She's just that little snap over across, clean hands, and that's the big difference. But that's the story of a little bit of the Roos quarter there, J-Mac. They've had a bit of bad luck, they've rushed a few, they've hit a few posts, and that's been a bit of the difference between the Cats and the Roos. Yeah,
I think it's been pretty even so far, to be honest. Even though the Kangaroos are down on the scoreboard, they've had just as much of the footy, if not more. Seen a couple of those massive hits. Chrissy Lay was involved in one. There was another big one before that. In fact, I think she was involved in both of them. So that's always good to see the girls going in hard, hitting each other hard, perhaps.
Very important stat here we noticed during the half. Scoring shots are 10-5 in favour of the Roos. So they've had 5 more scoring shots than Hamilton, but yet still find themselves 5 points behind. A 2-8 scoreline will do that to you.
Yeah, I think that comes down to the defensive pressure of the Wildcats as well. No, Erin Longden, who's usually never misses a target, has missed a target a few times just purely from the defensive pressure from the likes of Halliday. Also, Kamali's been fantastic with her pressure, and also Van Severant as well.
Yeah, so often we see in these grand finals, if you don't take the most of your chances, they can be hard to come by, particularly in the second half when the level goes up, both teams thinking we could get ourselves a premiership here. You've got to make the most of those chances, particularly early in the match when they're possibly not as tough as they are later on.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like a momentum killer than holding in defence, get it to your 4 line and then hitting the post or getting it behind. That's with the Wildcats. They've been fantastic in just making the most of every opportunity. Been a little bit lucky, but I think one of my, probably in terms of our best favourite players would be Jodie Fluitt's been great up forward. Emily Spicer and Danielle Kamali been fantastic down back, and then Van Sedner just all over the ground's been fantastic. For the Roos, Chrissy Lay's been fantastic up forward, Caddy Rankin in the middle, and also obviously Erin Logden, the lead MVP.
All right, nicely done there, Drummy. Don't forget, folks, you can go to the website rogerstv.com/Toronto Dub Request if you would like to order a copy of today's game or any of the footy games or any of the games on Rogers TV, whatever you like, any sport you like. And no doubt that would make a fantastic present for mum, dad, brother, sister, uncle, auntie, maybe even grandparents, Drummy.
Well, you can tell me that I can watch the Ontario Soccer League as well. Is that right, J-Mac?
Absolutely. You can hear me commentating. There you go. There's a special treat for you.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back right after this bunch of ads. We'll be back with the second half, which should be an absolute belter right here on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Humber College campus right here in Toronto. It is time for the second half between the Wildcats and the Kangaroos, the Ontario Women's AFL Grand Final. And so far, it's been a very entertaining start to this game as the Duck kicks it forward, but it was nicely taken there. Coming through strongly was Kamali. Kamali backs herself through the middle, but she's kicked it straight to Chrissy Lay, who was standing all on her own. It's not Chrissy Lay, it's Rolanda. She goes back the other way, gives a kick, and now that was well taken by Spicer. Ooh. Spicer backed herself, but she was tackled a little high. Umpire let it go. Coming through quickly was Locknane. Locknane with a quick kick on the left boot. She couldn't find her teammate, and now ducking out the back. That was very nicely done by the Wildcats player. It looked like Colleran. Colleran got a quick kick forward. That looked like a push in the back for Van Severnan. She didn't get it. She goes back. She tackles. Quick kick to the middle. The player plays on straight away. That's Lisa Kiefer. Kiefer was run down. That has to be holding the ball, and that was prior opportunity.
What a a tackle there from Maddie Amaral. It was a really good job there. They were almost away, the Wildcats. Van Sevenant got unlucky not to get a free kick just before, but the Roos are holding on tight.
Whoa.
Oh, Rankin is slung there. Didn't actually have the ball, so she'll earn herself a free kick, and the Roos will go back in. Rankin has been very quiet today. She's normally a bit of a gun.
The thing with Katie Rankin, you never know. All of a sudden, she's got 20 kicks. She's in and under, so she doesn't do all the flashy things, but she's just so clean. As Chrissy Lade gets it, oh my... That is a very... She got the kick... What do you reckon there, J-Mac?
Yeah, look, she was tackled with the footy.
Yeah.
She lost it, and then I think after it bounced, she got a socket to it.
Yeah, I think it hit the ground.
If she kicked it before it hit the ground, she might have got away with it.
I thought she kicked it before it hit the ground, so anyway.
Not to worry. Emily Spicer will take the kick. She's had a ton of possessions today. We can't count half of them because half of them have been kick-outs from behinds, and they don't count. That's why you've got to kick it yourself and get an extra posse. Kick down the line, and it will go straight to Erin Loughnane. Loughnane turns around, use that speed and skill of hers, bangs it long. There's a flyer in the goal square, and the mark's been taken. And that is an important moment for the Kangaroos. If they kick this, they will take the lead for the first time in the match. And what a big moment that is, Paps.
Now, let me just have a look at that. That is a number 18 going back with the fly, taking a mark. That looked a bit like Wayne Carey on Stephen Silvani in 1999.
As you see in the replay, look, if it comes up on screen, see a little nudge just there by Hayley Trevine, and that's just experience, getting in the right position. As she does a banana, didn't quite make the distance, so I'll get the 1 point.
Right,
for the
so
Roos.
in the end, it was a point. I'm not sure she hung onto the ball for that long. It looked like a mark, but then on the replay, she fumbled it, but that's okay. I'm glad for the umpies to pay the girls when they make a good effort. They get hands on the footy as the kick goes out wide, and that looks like Greenberg. Yeah, she did. She was like picking apples in the country. Greenberg, she got a hand pass out, and now the ball is taken by Halliday. Halliday bangs it on the right boot, looking for Van Sevenant, but cutting across was Van der Beek. She takes the mark across half back. Van der Beek, she'll go straight down the line. That's disciplined stuff. You don't want to be kicking a cross goal from that position. Now a quick soccer through the middle. That looked as though it was a very high hit. I think umpire Canoe will have a little chat to the girl. Just watch out for those bumps.
Roos are looking a little bit rattled here. They've come out of this half-time break. I reckon they would have got some stiff words from Coach Everett, and they're just... It's not all going their way, so they're laying a few big hits, and that's a free kick to Hamilton as they go inside 50 here. Ruckman doesn't want to get down and dirty there, so she'll stay up high. Ball's on the far side from the commentary position. Just that's a throw. I don't know what happened there.
It was a throw. Called it a throw.
Interesting. A little bit of a brain fade there.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see the sun's come out as well, boys. That's good news. It was a little overcast at the start of this game, but the girls now playing in bright sunshine. Van Sevenant. She will kick. She will kick long, and she's got a big booming kick. What a good kick that was, but the mark couldn't be taken by Flute. The players tearing after the footy now. Roos and Wildcats. The Roos have got a 3-on-2 here. They should work it out through Loughnane. They do. She throws it on the inside out. Banana straight down the wing. It probably might go out of play here, although it's kept alive by the duck. That was nicely done by Trevine. Trevine, she went to ground though. It was a good tackle. Now Wildcats with the numbers through the middle. This will now be Scott, Erica Scott. She lost the footy. It's a hot footy. Who wants it? Here comes Spicer. Spicer, she lost it as well. No clean possession for the time being here, boys. Another strong tackle. Down she goes. Everyone going hard at the footy, and that tackle rewarded. Unlucky, perhaps. He doesn't look too happy.
Oh, look, mate, I don't know. I don't like that call at all. She had no time. I think Drummy's with me on this one.
She got rid of the footy, Pappy. I don't really see... he didn't have the perfect view, but great work. Katie Rankin's always in and under the footy. Clean hands as the Wildcats go in the forward 50.
Phantom call there made, unfortunately, against Rankin, but not much you can do about it. Ball's down low. It's Kamoli who falls to ground there. Hamilton just pressing here. They get the first one. I'll tell you what, the Roos are in big trouble. They've looked hot today. That is holding the ball every day of the week, umpire. Great tackle down there.
And 50.
And 50. I think there might have been a bit of lip there, so 50-metre penalty, and it's going to go the way of the Roos.
Madison Emerald again in the same spot of the ground, hanging on for dear life, and that is just a fantastic tackle. She's done that twice in 2 minutes and saved 2 goals.
Got to say, Maddie Amaral is probably my play for the game so far.
She's been brilliant so far. The kick goes forward. It's up nice and high. Players all flying for the ball. It was a bit of a fresh air swing from everybody. Now an opportunity to clear, and that was well done. Kicking it forward by Kamoli, and in goes hard at the footy. Kamoli, she laid a bump. She was second to the footy, though. The Kangaroos girls, they want it just a little bit more at the moment. The Kangaroos are swarming, but the Wildcats come back at them. Now they can go back the other way, but there's only Kangaroos up the back there, Paps.
They've dropped Loughnane back, which is not a bad idea at this stage of the game. Hamilton are coming pretty hard right now, and they're going to do well here. It's Trevine. Trevine, what's happened here? We've got a free kick out of nowhere. I don't know what's going on here.
Perhaps I just want to make a point about that previous 50-metre penalty.
Sure.
When the ground is severely shortened, shouldn't it be maybe a 20 or a 30-metre
I
penalty?
think it is a 30.
Okay, maybe it was.
I've noticed that the Rouge Stars are starting to step up in Lognan and Trevine, and especially Katie Rankin in the middle. She's getting a lot of ball, getting the handballs out with clean hands, and obviously Maddie Emerald as well. But I'm not sure. I think there was a bit of shepherding off the ball by Chrissy Lay when Trevine was trying to take the mark.
This is Nicole Stephanie looking for Rutkowski. She flies high but couldn't take the mark. She probably could have gone two-handed. That looked to be possibly a high tackle. Umpire let it go. That was taken by Victoria Barron. Barron banged it on the boot. Coming through the middle with good speed and skill is Kiefer. Kiefer continues to run after the footy. She soccers to herself. Still she goes, Kiefer. Can she pick up here and go for a run? Still Kiefer. She overruns it. After all that hard work, she left it behind. Now the Roos players come in, and they've got a few more numbers around the ball now, the Roos. And they can run it away here. What a good opportunity now for the Roos, Paps.
Big time, but unfortunately for them, it's chopped off down there. Very nice mark taken down there by Sam Pepper. And Pepper will go back the other way for the Wildcats. They've really got to get on the scoreboard soon. They've got 8 minutes left in this third quarter. Just a 4-point lead in this game. It's 21 plays 25.
Just some very exciting plays from the Wildcats. I know Kiefer, though she didn't pick the ball up clean, she's so exciting down the wing when she goes, as well as Scott. They're both so exciting to run all the way down the length of the field and kick it inside 50.
All right, opportunity now for the Roos to go back the other way. Locknane getting another kick. She's been everywhere today. She's my best on ground. Surely, boys, you agree with me. We'll find out soon. This looks like
Emerald,
a big...
Madison Emerald again.
It is Emerald again. She's the other contester for the player of the game, but it was well taken by Emily Spicer. Spicer has a runner which looks as though it's the number 14, Nicole Stephanie. She ignores her and goes back the other side. What a big strong tackle that was. The Roos player had it. She was taken down immediately by Sam Pepper. Now the ball through the middle. This is a great opportunity for Erica Scott. Scott bangs it on the right boot. This is Greenberg. She has Rutkowski running forward. I wonder if she'll give it to her, but will she back herself and run? She does. She have a bounce, but it was a bit of a sloppy bounce. Now she's run down. That should be holding the ball, umpire.
Katie Rankin is just lifting in this premiership quarter.
Big time play by Katie Rankin. Just put the pressure on there. It was holding the ball. And Nicola Kerwain's got the ball right in the middle here. She's going to settle them down a bit. A little bit of frivolity in these girls at the moment. They've got to settle it down a bit. High looking kick. Goes to ground. No one got fist to ball or hand to ball. It goes to ground again. Falling into her back. It should be a free kick to Hamilton there. Going down hard. There was Ali Dewhurst. She's been quiet today. It's Chrissy Lay on her birthday. Puts one through the big ones. And that's a goal.
Happy birthday, Chrissy Lay. She's been fantastic today. She doesn't usually get all the skills. She's usually just her defensive pressure. But how about the weave? She weaved in the telephone box there as she took the sidestep there out of a telephone box. And then the inside torpy straight over the goal umpire's head. And the Roos have hit the lead for the first time today.
So the girl from Perth, Australia has slopped one through, and I reckon her boyfriend on the sideline there, former goal umpire, got relieved of his duties this week. But Sammy Casella would be happy with that one. So well done, Chrissy. Good job.
Yeah, I've seen them both play, and I think Chrissy's got Sammy covered for pace and skill.
All over him.
Absolutely.
Very good call there, J-Mac. So ball back in the middle of the ground here. Umpire throwing it up in the middle. Tapped down by the superior height in that ruckman there, the number 15. That would be Rutkowski, but it's clearly picked up by Lognane. Lognane now down the line. It's not marked by anyone. Not a lot of marks taken today, so when they are, this is Van Sevenen. She's been spectacular today. Van Sevenen on that right boot, wheeling around. High kick, but just Amaral back there. Her and Spicer have been generals in their respective ends this week, or so I should say today. Ball flying back into the middle. Players jostling for it there. Nothing doing just yet. Kerwain's near the pack. Lognane's down there for Etobicoke. And they've seen a free kick. The arm went up and they've called it. And it's a free kick to Lognane.
Drummy, didn't like that one?
No comment.
Okay, fair enough. Lognane. She will get yet another possession. I think that must be in the 20s for her. She bangs on the right boot. Surely not another 50-metre penalty. And that just absolutely kills grand finals. Unless it's absolutely obvious. Umpies, don't do it.
I mean, she ran over the mark. I don't know. You need to set the mark clearly.
Yeah. I think, yeah, that's the line where you've got to draw it. It's one of those things where if the umpire gives you clear instructions a couple of times and you step that mark, it's a 50-metre penalty. But if a player isn't 100% sure where the mark is and it's within a few seconds of it happening, it really should be let go. But the Roos get the score and they've just broken away to a couple of goal and a bit lead.
Yeah, that's a killer. those 50-metre penalties, or in this case a 30-metre penalty, it just really hurts sides, doesn't it? You've got them in a position where they have to have a long shot at goal, and the difference is all of a sudden a shot from the goal square, Drummy.
Yeah, well, look, it's just been the star players. Those two girls there, Caddy Rankin and Erin Lognan, it just lifted in here in this third quarter, and that's why they call it the premiership quarter, boys. As obvious as is the ruse when the game needed to be won, those stars, Maddie Emerald as well. I'll give a shout out to her sister as well, Salim. She took a great mark in defence to stop a very dangerous wildcat play into Fort 50, took a strong mark, and that's what was the rebound to get the goal. So the Wildcats, can they get a goal with the win here before three-quarter time? It's almost vital.
Ball back in the middle. Rutkowski will fly. This time Rankin. She didn't win the tap. What a good play that was. Coming through quickly was Rankin. She was taken down, though. Umpire didn't like what he saw. Is he called holding the ball?
It's called a throw.
It's called a throw.
I think that's the right call. She had plenty of time, and just as she went to ground, it spilled out of her right hand. So that's a good bit of pressure there. And while she looked like she'd broken away, the free kick was against Rankin there. So they'll go back out towards commentary side here. That's Amaral, the other man, Amaral. Both have been great. That's Selena. She's dropped it, and umpire Canoe's given her a free kick away, and it's giving it straight to Erica Scott. So Scott now, outside of her range, she'll be looking for something a little close. She's got a runner out wide, ignores her. Tap down, big fly down there from Lognane. She's very handy in defence. Lognane is being wrapped up by Fluid and Kamoli down there for Hamilton, and they'll clear out now the Roos. They'll go to the middle of the ground, but it's all Wildcats. Need to use their numbers before the Roos get there. They don't, and Trevine wraps her up. She's dropped it, and rightfully so. That's a holding the ball. Trevine's got it middle of the ground, J-Mac.
All right, so Trevine will look to bang it downfield. All the players have to run back. They all flooded into the... certainly the attacking half of the Wildcats. Now they all get back. There are numbers back. Backing back with courage. That was Kamoli. Kamoli couldn't take the mark. In fact, it was De Brandebeer. So I've got De Brandebeer. No, she's off the field. It was Amaral. Anyway, ball out the back. Roos with a chance. Can they kick a goal here? This would be a massive goal. I think she's kicked it, and she has. And now the Roos kick clear.
That's the X-Blades goal of the day, J-Mac. She was under a bit of pressure. Had a back to the goals, clean pick-up, snapped it overhead, and the Roos... against the wind, they're getting some handy goals here, Pappy.
Very, very handy. I tell you what, they've worked it out. They had a very hard opening half. The Hamilton team came out very strong, but with the likes of Nicola Kerwayne down there, she's going to get those every day of the week.
So excited. She's got such clean hand skills, and then she gets that from a Gaelic background. It's a beautiful kick. And the Roos are just running away with it.
So the Wildcats in big trouble. They need to respond straight away here. They're under pressure. The Roos are coming hard. They've all of a sudden found their radar. They're kicking straight. Can the Wildcats get hold of the footy and get it going forward before three-quarter time? Not long left, folks. Kick across the ground. Another good opportunity for that previous goal scorer. Can she pick up cleanly? She does. She needs to kick it. She does kick long, but it's only Spicer back on the last line of defence, and we've seen that a few times today, boys.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times where they just bomb it long, and Spicer just has that separation on her match-up and just takes that uncontested mark on the chest as Rutkowski drops an open mark out there. So she's been fantastic today, Spicer, as I'll get it through Kamoli here on the far side. Hamilton, they need a goal before the last quarter siren, otherwise they're going to find themselves out of this game going in, and they go long now. The Roos have rebounded back. That's Vicky Barron. Vicky Barron, the blue Shinto, goes to the top of the square. Look out for Lognane. Drops down. Spicer's there, using her time. Lognane's a tough customer to deal with, though. She gets brought down without it. Umpire says keep going. Spicer responds well. Barron's got time. Reloader's there as well. They'll have plenty of time to regather, and if they use it quickly, they've got 1 minute here, the Roos, if they want to take another bigger lead. Hamilton have an opportunity. That's Grinberg. Grinberg down the middle, straight down the throat of one of the Amarals. And they'll go back inside 50 now. Amaral with a wobbly-looking kick. It's fallen over to Kerwin. Kerwin on the right boot. She's kicked a minor score.
Gee, that was a golden opportunity, wasn't it, Drummy?
Just for three-quarter time to really bury home as the three-quarter time sirens rung. As you can see on screen, it's getting a little bit dark, cloud, so it might rain here. So a two-goal lead here at three-quarter time might just be enough for the Roos. However, Hamilton, with their physicality, might just be getting a little bit tired. The Roos, with their skill and fitness and the hard training that Greg Kennedy's done with them over the year, might be running over the top with them. In terms of their better players for the Roos, I would have to, their stars have lifted. Gerwin has been fantastic. Erin Lognan's been fantastic. Caddy Rankin had a magnificent third quarter there, J-Mac.
Yeah, very, very impressive stuff. No doubt the Roos, they were the favourites at the start of the day. They won last year's premiership. and they have really thrown down the challenge in the third quarter. They were just a little second to the footy in the first quarter, but they certainly rebounded in the second, and now an excellent third quarter. As we take a look at the highlights, a couple of big hits, some strong tackles, but more importantly, some important goals to the Roos in that quarter, Drumming.
Yeah, Hayley Trevine there, what a beautiful mark. Spice has been fantastic back there, so they did a nice contested mark from her. It's fantastic. Some big hits there. Gerwin's been fantastic. Great credit there by the Hamilton to have over the ball, but Chrissy Lee on her birthday stepped her way out of a phone box and then kicked a beautiful goal, and then she gets herself a nice little birthday present for the day. As you can see, Madison Emerald, she's been fantastic. Those two tackles at the centre half back honestly were the turning point in the game. Hamilton could have scored 2 goals from there, but that was a 50-metre penalty to Erin Lognan there, and she said, like, really been a lift here in the third quarter, and then this was just the icing on the cake in the third quarter for Gerwin. Just a clean hand, snap it over her shoulder, and then give the Roos a 2-goal lead, J-Mac.